All right, back with the Green Bay Packers. This is a team I see some potential value betting over-unders in games involving Green Bay, and I'll explain why. The Packers have been one of the slowest teams snap to snap for basically the last decade. Didn't really matter who was the coach. They were slow with McCarthy. They're slow now with Matt LaFleur. Under LaFleur's last season, Green Bay was the slowest offense in the league, almost 4 seconds slower than average, but was this all because of Rodgers making pre-snap checks at the line, using motion and kind of moving players around? I'm very interested to see if the tempo changes now without Rodgers. This could have a major impact on totals. When Mike McCarthy was the head coach at Green Bay and Rodgers was the QB, it was the slowest offense in the league. McCarthy left Green Bay and went to Dallas, and the tempo and pace for Dallas changed, and they had the top 5 fastest pace snap to snap, making me believe Rodgers was the reason behind the slow pace. Last time we saw Jordan Love as a full-time starter of any team was at Utah State. In his final year there, Utah State ranked 23rd in total offensive plays ran. So in other words, they played fast, snap to snap. Of course, the transition to college to NFL isn't comparable. It's worth noting he's operated under an up-tempo system. If LaFleur plans to speed up pace, there could be value on overs in Green Bay games early this season before odds makers adjust from all those years of Green Bay playing slow. But hold on, that's not all. What if he doesn't pick up the pace and Rodgers actually had nothing to do with the pace? The average over-under total in NFL games is 45. In games involving Green Bay, the average total of all games is 41.5. And Green Bay went 8 and 9 on over-unders, which, playing at such a slow tempo to have 8 overs means the offense was very efficient. They moved slow, but they scored. Rodgers, of course, had a lot to do with this and his efficiency. Now take away Rodgers and his efficiency. If they keep that same slow tempo but lose the efficiency, they could be dead nuts under teams. Total has already adjusted down on week 1. If the market prices them as they have been as a slow team and they come out and increase tempo to suit Jordan Love's style, overs are definitely in play. This is something I'll be watching closely. Now, defensively, last year's unit never lived up to expectations or projections. If you remember, they were supposed to be a top 5 unit defense, and they just got gashed on the ground, especially against running quarterbacks. They allowed a ridiculous 68% success rate to opposing quarterbacks. They did face a lot of the top running quarterbacks, though: Fields, Hurts, Josh Allen, even Daniel Jones. This season, they will have to deal with Fields and Jones only. It's been back-to-back seasons where the Packers finished 31st in run defense. I'm shocked defensive coordinator Joe Barry still has a job. Thought for sure he'd be let go after this last season. He'll have to make adjustments for sure. Now, the Packers have had one of the easiest overall strength of schedules, or they'll have one this year. The Chiefs are the only team they play that's in the top 10 of Super Bowl odds. They also get to play home games against a couple dome teams and warm weather teams. The Rams, Chargers, and Bucks will all have to play in Lambeau during the cold winter months. Bottom line with this team, it comes down to the quarterback. Although they do have a top 10 running game with twin running backs Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, but again, nobody knows how Jordan Love will perform. He's only thrown 83 career passes, and he didn't look great in his only start after Rodgers went down with COVID back in 2021. The organization didn't really do much to improve on weapons for Love. They did draft 2 tight ends, and they have a young, solid wide receiver group already intact. Love will have a soft schedule of opposing pass defenses to help him, but his range of potential outcomes this season just seems so wide. More so than any other QB in recent memory. I could see him lead the Packers to the playoffs, or just as easily see the Packers tanking late in the season for draft position. I'm sure it ends somewhere in the middle, but if I had to bet on it, I do like the Packers over 7.5 total wins this year. I would even look at the alternate over win total of 9.5 and get plus 240, plus 250 odds. NFC division is wide open and up for grabs. Why not the Packers? If you've watched this far, I appreciate you watching. I got the Colts up next. Hopefully to see you tomorrow.